Hello everyone, friends, Mozart here. I've got something to share, so I'll record a quick review, won't drag it out. So, today, the last take profit was closed, 9100. You all know this. The entire trade was closed in profit. I divided it into 4 take profits, from 77,500, and the penultimate one was closed yesterday. That's all. So, congratulations to everyone who joined in. The first thing I wanted to say. Secondly, 7100. This spoon is set with a stop at 6900. I'm removing it. There's no need to freeze liquidity in this limit order. There's no point. I don't expect the price to go there now. Next. The next important point. What do I want to say here? Short. I also provided limit orders for short earlier. The first one has been executed. This is already my reverse position, short, that is 9100. The first limit order has been executed. 3 are set higher. That is, at these levels, I'm ready to enter a short, each limit order essentially with the same volume, collectively forming a whole position. If all the limit orders are executed, my average will be around 9300, somewhere here. I set the stop for this short at the mark of $104,000. The trigger stop is the closure based on the daily candle. That is, just like all the other stops I use. If the daily candle closes above the mark of $104,000, I close this short with a loss. Specifically closes above. Yes, let me remind you, not just touches it, breaks it, but specifically closes above. So, that's the first thing. This is my short. Secondly, for the 25th time, I'll repeat. This short is only relevant if you have something to protect. I have a portfolio that I am protecting, a portfolio under the hashtag table in the Telegram channel. You can go in, type the hashtag table, and see what's there now. I have something to protect. Therefore, here is a zone of uncertainty for me personally. I don't know what will happen with the price here. Therefore, I will be defending myself. If you have nothing to protect, or don't have an alt portfolio yet, I wouldn't short. I've said this repeatedly, because the price, and indeed, the chart looks strong. This does not negate the fact that this is a zone of uncertainty for me, but for now, it looks strong. Next. Is it enough for a correction to start? The minimum target, here it was, this reversal pattern, it has been achieved. That is, $91,000 was this target. That's it, this V-shaped reversal has been achieved. The question is, will this pattern be achieved? That is, essentially a double bottom. If it is achieved, then the price will reach, approximately here, well, closer to $198,000 to $100,000. If we reach here, then, with a high probability, we will surpass the ATH, again, like this or like that. So, what are my current thoughts on the chart? I am not cancelling the current short, I am building it up. I have 2 movement options at the moment, so, according to the visible chart, we are going upwards. Somewhere around here. Maybe even touching the same 95, 96. And then we correct. Here, I am accumulating all short positions, and the price returns somewhere. From my point of view, it will retest something. Here, I will observe how quickly or slowly we arrived, how we corrected. And here I will either close the short in profit and re-enter in long. I am roughly giving a range, by where I will make a decision. That's $87,000 to $90,000, roughly. I can't say for sure yet. It's quite likely that this zone will change. I don't know how we will get here, because, and the second option, we correct directly from the current position to somewhere. And here, I will also be ready to offload part of the hedge short, but open a new long. That is, in hedging mode, to directly balance it out. I can hold 2 positions, both short and long, in 2 separate positions. Again, roughly, the zone for opening a long, if we correct from the current position, is $82,000 to $86,000. In this zone, I am ready to open a long position again. If we come here, the stop will be, I think, somewhere around 72. Or perhaps 71. I will specify this more precisely when I open the long position. Again, right now I am considering options primarily for myself. In any case, when I open a position, I will write about it in the Telegram channel, as I have done every time up to this point. I will not open a position until I inform you about it. That's all. So, right now I am mostly considering options and an action plan for myself. That's the format. In any case, in the short term, I am currently ready to work only from the long side. The short position I am taking is entirely different. It pertains to the protection of the medium-term altcoin portfolio. When considering purely local trading, it's only long. Once again, the first option 1, 2, long zone, the second option 1, long zone, and then I expect some sort of movement like this. That is, this pattern could transform into an inverted head and shoulders. Quite likely. In any case, it's a long. In any case, this was regarding Bitcoin. Well, you can also look at it on the weekly chart, of course. Yes, it's all the same. So, here's the zone we're heading towards, which I mentioned, right here. Next, altcoins. Total 3 altcoins. Haven't yet reached their correction point, the upward correction, just a correction. So, the target will be at the mark of $840 to $850 billion. Here's the nearest target for Total 3. Let me remind you, Total 3 is the capitalization of all altcoins excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. Here's the target, 840 to 850. This is the minimum target that I expect for altcoins. Well, for Total 3 overall, the maximum target, is $1 trillion. I've mentioned this repeatedly. As soon as, and for now, I'm expecting that the price, the Total 3 index will conditionally return to $1 trillion. Well, alright, maybe not $1 trillion, but a range, this. 930, 940 to $1 trillion. It will return here. And here I will definitely offload part of the altcoins, because here will be a zone of uncertainty for altcoins, and at this mark, the fate will be decided, whether it all goes into a bear market, or if it was just a very deep correction. It will also depend on how we come here, with one huge candle. Then I will offload less, or if it will be a drawn-out process, then I will offload more. Something like that. But in any case, right now I am waiting for the recovery of Total 3. In any case, perhaps here it will also transform into something similar. Possibly, but I don't know yet. Although I like that we have held the annual moving average, and it seems like we are bouncing off it again. The same applies to the weekly. We held it. There was a false breakout of the annual moving average. That's a good signal. So, that's my plan of action regarding altcoins. I'm talking about my medium-term portfolio primarily because in the public channel I am currently providing trading deals only for Bitcoin, nothing more. I am not providing them for anything else. This concerns medium-term positions. Those are, roughly, my thoughts. Thank you all. This was Mozart. Have a good evening and goodbye everyone.